Hello folks, join us as we explore Port Glasgow. A few weeks ago I read an article that here is supposed to be Scotland's ghost town, so we're going to visit that later. But we thought, do you know what? It gives us a good opportunity to visit Port Glasgow. I've never really been here, so let's check it out and visit Scotland's ghost town. Oh, is it icy? Yeah. That is one of the reasons why we took the car rather than the train, because getting to Central Station from where we live takes about, let's say, 20 minutes, 25-minute walk.
Yeah.
But it is so icy that, to be honest, we've seen our neighbours skating along the road. I thought it's going to take far too long to even get to the to Central Station. So we just got the car here, which was fine.
This is like it looks like the front of a ship.
So if the name hasn't given it away, there's a port in Glasgow, in here.
But there's also, that's the Glen Rosa.
Is that the one?
No, Glen Sannox, isn't it?
No, it's Glen Sannox. I don't know which one.
I can't remember, but there was one with painted windows.
Yeah, so that one, wasn't that one the Glen Rosa one?
I can't remember.
Did we pass here when we got the Waverley?
Yeah. Yeah, because it goes right up there.
Oh! So, I know this is quite embarrassing. I always get confused, I think, with Greenock. We've been to Greenock together. If you've seen that video, I'll link it up here.
Because what was it called?
Greenock is actually one of the most affordable places to live in Scotland. Anyway, but I always get confused because it's like you don't know when the town ends and like what town starts and ends. It's like one big city.
It all seems quite merged together.
Yeah.
I've never stopped in Port Glasgow.
No.
Just somewhere I've always kind of driven through.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame, isn't it? I wonder.
Yeah, I think they've tried to. It's the same as Greenock, I think.
Yeah.
But they've tried to put a lot of money into like explaining the heritage of the place.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, tourists aren't interested in people that live here. I don't know if they're that interested in it. Do you know what I mean? But there's some nice walks along the side here, I guess.
Aye, exactly. And the views are beautiful as well.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit colder maybe in Glasgow, no?
It was 0. Here it's about 2.
No, that's good.
But it seems much warmer than that.
Yeah.
Is that a teddy over there?
Oh yeah. Things that you find in Port Glasgow. Somebody didn't like their Christmas present.
That must have cost a fortune.
I know. Do you know what this sculpture is called?
I don't know what it's called.
The shipbuilders.
Right. It kind of reminds me of something you'd see in a Soviet country, like a Soviet.
Oof. Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got that kind of. Do you not think so?
Yeah, a little bit. Just that this is like quite modern, you know.
Yeah, I know, but
like
it's just the way it looks and the way that it's.
Yeah. Oh. Later when we go to the ghost town, we'll also see like a little bit, I think, more about Port Glasgow in general, not only about that estate, because I think Port Glasgow was thriving quite a bit during the shipbuilding time. Was it the late 19th century, early 20th century? And then there was a slow decline as well.
Have you seen that over there? That's like a wall, right? See a wall over there?
Yeah.
Where it says Bay Street, and they've painted on like shop fronts.
Oh my. Right, our next stop will be Newark Castle.
we've been getting a lot of rain.
Yeah.
It looks like a pond, basically.
Aye. Well, it's been raining in Glasgow. It has been raining for 2 days straight, or 3 days nearly, when we arrived.
When we arrived back, yeah, so
from our holiday.
Just after Christmas and then up to New Year, and then the past few days had actually been pretty dry.
Yeah.
But it feels like autumn. But the weather felt like autumn.
Because it wasn't that cold.
It wasn't cold, it was like 11, 12 degrees and it was raining and windy.
And now it feels absolutely freezing.
Well, now it's colder again, yeah.
Yeah. But the days are getting brighter, which is good.
Rigby's patent number 872, Glenn and Ross, Engineers, Glasgow, 1885. It looks like a vice or a press or something. Information, they tell you what it was.
Yeah, that's true. There was also no information about the shipbuilders sculpture.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There was nothing there. No, it did say that it was temporarily closed.
It's only open in the summer. Discover this splendid riverside mansion open to an ingenious but villainous lord.
It feels like we're not doing Port Glasgow any justice, because we're coming here pretty much on a very dreich day, similar to Greenock. But there's a reason why I wanted to visit actually as soon as possible. But we'll tell you when we get to the ghost town. And if you'll be taking the train, you'll be coming along here. The train is pretty frequent from Glasgow Central, but as I said, this time for us, I think it's safer with the car, because I'm a bit scared or nervous about that trains actually get cancelled. What about entering via this, Ian? Sorry, there's like a wee thingy there.
Yeah, I was going to go down that way.
Oh, right, sorry. Oh, this is like an ice rink here.
Huh?
This is like an ice rink.
I know. It's strange because like the houses directly behind there are empty. But if you look over here, there's houses and people are living in them.
So there are a few people still living here. So I think this is the beginning of Scotland's ghost town, but let's call it as by its real name, which is Clune Park. And it is an estate that was actually thriving in the late 19th century and early 20th century. However, with the shipbuilding industry declining, this part of Port Glasgow also declined. But the reason why I actually wanted to come here is not only like to see it, but also the council is planning on taking everything down, or many of these flats, and redeveloping this part of Port Glasgow. So I thought maybe one day we could come back and then see how it is like now.
Yeah, but now it's good to document something like
Yeah,
this.
it's good
I mean,
to
I'm sure
document
there are other videos
Yeah.
out there, but it's good to document and keep kind of a note of what it was like, rather than, because this will be completely different and you'll never know what was here before.
Exactly. Right, we just have to get back. So
Should have brought the ice skates.
I know, that's what. Right.
It's weird because the windows look new, like on the bottom floor.
Exactly. So there are some people who still live here.
I don't think anyone lives in that one.
Well, in this area.
Is there window space?
Let me check real quick. So did you know that Clune Park has the highest rate of below tolerable standard housing and the highest void rates of any neighbourhood area here in Inverclyde?
Hey, look, there's even a wee thing.
A wee
There's an
locker.
Airbnb here. The lights are on in there as well.
Aye.
Is that it?
You could see like still the surnames. It's as if like people were still living there. Well, so it says that below 20 people still inhabit the flats, whilst most remain abandoned. Which you would expect. But I am surprised that people still lived here. So that must be the old church. There's a church that was built here and a school.
The school's just there as well.
The school's over there. Yeah, that was for the shipyard workers' children. It was built in 1887.
Look
The
at
school.
this.
Yeah.
I wonder what do you know when the last, like, when it really, like...
So first of all, a primary school was built in 1887. The church beside it was built in 1905. And Clune Park area consisted of 430 flats in 45 four-storey tenement buildings. The majority of the flats were small, with 69 bedsits, 310 one-bedroom flats and 51 two-bedroom flats. Oh, there are no resident owners with the estate, and the occupancy rate across the estate is less than 10%. I also read an article from Inverclyde Council, and Inverclyde Council has over the years bought up the flats.
Right.
Basically, for the first phase of demolition, members of the committee have been notified that the first phase is going to start quite soon. So that's the reason why we wanted to come here.
It's so eerie seeing buildings like this.
I know.
Like, you don't see it that often. Like, there's certain bits on the south side of Glasgow which are like derelict, or, do you know what I mean? But it's not as vast as this. Here there's much more, and you can't even walk up.
It's sad that I had to come to this point.
I know. Because a lot of them, like, if you look at the West End, a lot of these buildings are very sought after.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the same kind of sandstone, but it's similar. Like, they're old
Similar,
tenement buildings.
it's old tenement buildings, yeah. Watch. There's no way you can actually like get across here and have a wee nosy. I mean, dangerous building, keep out, so we will definitely not be going there.
It's also sad that, like, that's going to get probably torn down.
I know, that's what I thought as well.
And, yeah, I mean, it's probably well past the point of saving, but when you think about it, it's not that old, right?
No.
And it's completely ruined.
Yeah.
That looks like a new sign up there.
That, right?
Yeah.
Clune Park Resource Centre. The fact that there is a sign saying no ball games, you can imagine that it was quite a lively place at one point. Why would you have a vaccine centre here?
A what?
A COVID-19
Oh, a
vaccine?
COVID vaccine thing. It was up, it must be up there.
Up there.
Still someone living in this building.
Do you know what? I was saying that down there, right, there's a smashed window,
Uh-huh.
right, in one of the buildings, like there.
Uh-huh.
And the light is on. Like, I'm not going to point at it, but, well, first of all, there's a car parked here, and there is a flat where there's still, like, flowers, and they've got some decorations at the window. So somebody definitely lives there. I don't know if they'll be forced to move out when everything gets redone.
You see in that door there, all the different key lock things.
I know. Yeah, there are still definitely people living there.
But what are the key lock things for?
I don't know.
Do you think people are doing? That's the kind of thing you see like Airbnbs. I mean, I don't know why it's so eerie.
I first wanted to come here by myself. I'm so glad I didn't. I don't know why. I'm just like, Ian would say a bag.
I think this must still be owned.
Well, let's go down and see.
There's people living in this one.
Oh, in this
Like,
building?
No, like in the...
Look, in 10 years' time, this might be like the
Oh
place
yeah,
to be.
yeah. It could be, it could be. Like, there's a lot of new housing schemes that have went up.
Yeah.
Like in the outskirts of Glasgow and in commuter areas.
Yeah.
And to be honest, you've got good connections to Glasgow from here. And it probably, what was the train time? 10, 15 minutes?
No.
Was it half an hour?
It's like 20 something minutes.
Yeah,
I
but I
think.
mean,
yeah, but that's fine. That's
It takes
absolutely
20 minutes on a
and
direct train.
Yeah, exactly. And it's every half hour.
Yeah. So,
And I think it's probably even during like peak time, it will be more frequent, hopefully.
this bit's nice.
Yeah, I know. But I would say, you know, like what we were talking about Glasgow, like Glasgow south side, I think, was pretty rough as well.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the same with the West End. I remember someone telling me that the West End at one point was like really rough, and
Yeah.
now it's like
But what
the
ends up
hipster place, basically.
Yeah, and what ends up happening is people start moving out there because
Yeah.
it becomes too expensive in the centre to buy houses.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, the Gorbals was famed for being a terrible area, and people still have a stigma about it, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's like that at all nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that you can like argue like with everything getting, I mean, it will take, like, no offence to Inverclyde Council, but it will probably take ages until it's like redone.
Yeah.
But that a part of history, of Port Glasgow's history, will be vanishing.
Yeah. Well, I'm
But-
sure because if it's a council-led thing and it's not just a private company, there'll be some sort of memorial or something to
Well,
remind.
they've got that memorial there.
But
that
I
makes
mean like something of here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, there's a camera there and everything.
Have they redone
It says
it?
waiting for Amazon delivery.
And I hope it's pretty clear that this video isn't like to say, oh, look how people are living.
No,
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's more of a if it's going to change, then it would be good to see it before it changes.
Yeah.
Because and show people on like you guys who might not have the opportunity to see it.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder, have you like heard of well, this part of Port Glasgow? Let us know in the comments.
All the lights are still on.
Yeah.
Feels like a waste of electricity. Actually pretty big.
Do you know what? That's exactly what I thought. I thought, oh, it's only like two. What are they talking about?
Like
An
a couple of
estate.
blocks, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not, it goes much further. It's just
Yeah.
because we couldn't get further with the fence.
Yeah.
But it goes right along
So good that we did walk here.
basically the
Otherwise,
whole length of the road. Well, that's a bit random, isn't it?
just an apple. No description, no.
Like the first 3 floors seem like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
people living on it.
Nice flowers.
And then they've got like Christmas decorations as well. But I don't understand, like how can some people be living in it? It's just completely, do you know what I mean?
I don't know. It's odd because on one door you see waiting for an Amazon delivery, and then on the other one
They've got that.
it's just completely boarded up. I wonder where it takes you up
I
there.
don't see anything. I don't see
No.
what's going on. I wonder if they'll try and see the brickwork, some of the brickworks, like
Yeah.
up there, and then
It would be nice if like as much as possible could be like kept.
I just imagine though that they'll be quite heavy-handed.
Yeah. Anyway, we will come back when Clune Park has been regenerated and we'll see the before and after. Thanks so much for joining us on our wee trip. If you've liked this video, why not like and subscribe? You'd really make my day. And if you'd like to support the channel, why not buy us a coffee or coffee? We've got a QR code here that takes you to our coffee page, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.